everybody. Welcome back to the Scarlet and the Cream Husker podcast. I am your host, Mr. B. Brian Knutson. With me today, as always, Mr. KC, former Husker wide receiver, Kenny Cheatham. Kenny, we got to talk about the Wisconsin game. 35-28. Damn, we're right there. From the get-go is the opening fucking kickoff.
Yeah, I saw that. I just watched the game this morning. I was out and about yesterday, grocery shopping and all of that. You know, at the time that the game came on. So, you know, I generally hit up all the stores. I don't just go to one. So I was out for a good 3 hours. It was an event, looking for stuff. So, you know, when I turned the game on this morning, watched that and saw that, I went, wow. But then I also said lane assignments. Once they thought he was tackled, they all broke their lanes.
Yep.
Which I had given the runner everything he needed to break out wide, and no one was there. So, but then it also showed something else that we have on our kickoff coverage team: foot speed.
Yeah, they all got outran.
That was obvious. The foot speed was clearly apparent once he broke loose and went to, as I say, picking them up and putting them down. So, I mean, once they did that, I was like, okay, but then we came right back and scored. So
I know that's what I mean. We got to give the offense credit. I mean, they're going up against the number one ranked defense in the nation,
right?
And they put up yardage. They put up points. They really did. Mm-hmm. I believe they said that was the first points that Wisconsin had allowed in the first quarter in I want to say they said the last 6 games.
Yeah, and I know that was the first touchdown since October 30th, I think they said.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, Wisconsin's defense has been lights out for the last 6 games or more. And our offense just showed that they could actually move the ball when things are going correctly.
Right. Which is what we know. So
it
was
now, do we think that is there any correlation to not having the offensive coordinator there now and Scott strictly the one calling the plays?
I wouldn't know, because I mean, only they know in detail who was actually calling the plays. And from what we all know and what Scott said, per his words, he was calling the plays.
Yeah.
So what's changed? I mean, like I said, our offense can score the ball when we don't make the turnovers. Our deficiency has been a consistent running game, and it looks like we played musical running back chairs again. Step started, the one guy started him, the Morris kid or whatever his name he was in.
Yeah,
I was confused as to who was playing. I don't know why did Step stop playing. Why didn't Yant play? Why did
Yeah, no Jock has Yant. No signing.
It was just who's who at running back yesterday. The one kid they said started off at a wide receiver, then went to running back, and it was kind of confusing.
Went off on us. I mean, it's no secret he had well over 200 yards on the ground.
Yeah,
I mean that sucks, but I mean even with that, the defense still kept us in it, and the funny part is the offense kept us in it.
Yeah, isn't he like the 4th of his string running back?
He was.
Or was he? Did he?
I think he was their 3rd.
And
their first guy got hurt, then their second guy got hurt.
Right.
They didn't know if he was going to play safety, wide receiver, running back, and they throw him at running back. He just goes off for 200 some yards. Not to mention 7th straight 100+ yard game.
Wow.
I mean and 17 years old.
Yeah. I mean, so you know what that means. I mean, if your body is physically ready at a young age and you can go in there and you pick up the playbook, then, I mean, you can do what you do. I tell a lot of people, age doesn't matter as long as you're physically able to go in there and take care of your business. Some people just need that extra year or two to body to start maturing. And that's a big dude.
You do.
It's a big dude, man.
Man. This ain't a Wisconsin podcast, but I'm just saying the kid's impressive.
Yeah, he was moving, and he has some speed too.
He does have some speed, although Cam Taylor-Britt chased his ass down.
Which is good because he missed the crucial tackle, the rhythm tackle. So I commend him for not giving up on play and chasing him down.
Yeah. All right. And back to the offense. I mean, as far as Martinez goes, he was 23 of 35 in the air, with 1 touchdown. I believe he was at 350 yards. I mean, he had himself a hell of a day, but Kenny, let's talk about the 2 interceptions. What the hell was he doing?
Well, I'll say this on the first one. Like, the game is fresh in my head. Like I said, I literally just watched it right before we logged on. So thank goodness I can record everything with Contour, with Cox. So the first one, when he threw it to the middle of the field, if you notice and you pay attention, the receiver looked, so he saw the safety coming. Martin, I think it was Martin he was tossing to. He knew the guy was back there. The rule as a receiver, and everyone's, I'm sure you heard, the first man in the ball, highest point in the air wins. It appeared that as if it went through his hands, and that's how the guy got it. They both arrived at the same time.
Yeah.
The other guy just took it. But if he had jumped in position to get it at his highest point to where he was at and put his body in front of it, it would have either been completed. Hopefully, if he missed it, it wasn't intercepted. Yeah. But I think that plays totally different. So when I saw that one, I was like, oh, okay, that could have went a different way.
Yeah, I thought he could have boxed him out.
Yeah, so that was my whole thing. He should have got it, jumped and got it.
That is partially on Martin.
The guy was there because he was like this.
Yeah,
I just, you jump and you snag it out.
He maybe leaps into that. He may have made that play.
Totally different play.
Yeah,
but the last one, I mean, that was
boneheaded.
I think, the receiver was clearly on the outside. He threw it in the inside, and they intercepted it. I think the same guy, 18, who got the first one for Wisconsin.
Yeah, he's the one that got both of them.
It was like, wow. But
I mean, he was gifted the second one, but
the second one was that was just horrible, flat out horrible.
Might as well
the first one I wasn't really, because I can see it as a receiver, like, man, you have to go get that.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking too. I really was.
You go get that. You know, sometimes you're just going to be in traffic and take the hit. You go in there, you get it, highest point, and you prepare yourself for the smack that's coming. So I just thought it was a effort to where he expected it to drop in his hands rather than attacking the ball. So then the guy was able to step in front of him and take it. So I'm not mad at that one. The second one, we know that was just.
Our leading rusher for the day was Marvin Scott. I think he only had like 31 yards on the ground. So, I mean.
Was that the one who scored the touchdown?
Yeah.
Like you said, it was musical chairs, man.
It was. Yeah, it's hard to keep track. They even said Marvin Scott, the third, only had 6 carries going into yesterday's game.
And I think that was like, week 2 or something?
Yeah, and when they said that, he was on his 7th carry of the game. So, I mean, with Ramir hurt, it's hurting us. And I don't understand why we didn't see any Yant. I don't get it. There's no way that kid's screwing up that much. There's no way. You got a bruising back. He would have come in handy on 4th and 2.
Right. I mean, I don't know. It's something that we're not seeing and we're not privy to as fans and guys on the outside, but
has to be locker room talk.
Yeah, we have to assume it's something that the coaches see every day.
Gotta be.
Is the reason he's not playing. So
you wouldn't think it'd be pass protection because Jesus, as big as that kid is, I wouldn't think any safety would want to blitz on him.
But it's if he's picking up the packages correctly. Exactly. It could be something as small, well, not as small, because you're dealing with a game of inches, where he's lining up, things like that, or if he took the jab step before the counter, just little play action fake. I mean, those are things that can alter a game. And like I said, we don't know. But of course we would like to see the big bruiser. Our 0 against their 0. At times that would have been.
That's what I was thinking.
But hey, once again, it goes back to our very first second podcast. Who is the guy?
Yeah.
Why is everyone touching the ball? You can't get a rhythm. But that's just my opinion. So what do I know?
Yeah, you only played the game. No big deal. Who gives a shit?
It's like pulling quarterbacks. If you keep pulling your quarterbacks and rotating them, the quarterbacks never get a rhythm, right?
Yeah. Damn right.
Isn't that known? Oh, we're gonna run him this series. Well, this guy can't get in rhythm because he's playing not to. We always play not to make mistakes, but looking over his shoulder, coming in and out, you can't get in the rhythm. So
now, you as a former receiver, you've got to appreciate the day Toure had.
they all had themselves a day.
Everybody really had a day. I mean,
sheesh.
That's the best we've seen our receiving core look in weeks.
Man, they got off, bro. I was watching the game. I'm
what
like,
did Toure have?
Jesus, they're catching a lot of ball. I think he had like 100-something yards.
Yeah, he had 7 catches for 100. Get this.
Yeah.
Austin Allen.
140, like 140.
143.
Yeah, something like that.
Man. See, haven't we talked about using Austin Allen for weeks and weeks? And not to mention
our big tight ends, all of our big tight ends.
And our 4th down conversion where they left him wide open.
On the Nebraska sideline? Yeah.
Yeah. And he almost got in. We still punched it in. But
right.
I mean, still, how do you leave a 6'9" guy like that unaccounted for?
They thought he was blocking. If you
rewatch the play,
they thought he was blocking. It was a good sell, the delayed block, like he was helping double team the person, and then he drug across the middle, caught it, and was wide open. I mean, the scramble helped. It extended the play. And then
it was a great sell by Martinez as well.
He was there. Yeah. He's wide open.
Martinez had some really good play fakes yesterday. I mean, they weren't nothing special and didn't fake out the cameraman or nothing.
Right.
But there were numerous plays where he would suck those linebackers in just enough to pop it right over the middle.
Yeah, he looked well throwing it over the middle.
You really did.
I know he had the one miss. Excuse me, I cut the grass yesterday. I know he had to. I was dealing with some trees and blowing.
Oh, that's right. Arizona, you can still cut your grass this time of year.
Oh yeah. So I know he missed the one pass that was over the middle. I think it was to Betts in the end zone, but I think we eventually scored on that. So he did look good. He had a couple he may have missed, but when you look at it outside of the interceptions, like I said, the one I'm not even tripping on the second one. Yeah. You can't really say. You can't say, in my opinion, he had a horrible game.
No.
You can't say that. You can't say that.
Yeah.
That game comes down to that special teams play.
It really, there's your touchdown difference right there. We're in overtime if it doesn't happen like that.
Comes to that special team play. And I think we go into overtime, personally, if we don't get that holding call on the last drive.
Well, also, we might as well talk about the fucking thing. How about the no pass interference call?
Yeah, that was
on the final play.
Yeah. Wow. And this isn't Homer talk, people.
Nope.
That was
let him have it.
That was just a missed call.
It was horrible.
I mean, that's not me as a former player. It's not me as a fan. That was just a missed call. The guy arrived earlier, but I would have hoped that this is where the maturity comes in. The receiver would have sold it more.
Yeah, Betts probably.
He just kind of did it and gave up. What I mean? Like, it wasn't. You get what I'm saying? So, I mean, sometimes you have to sell it to get that call. I wish he would have, but it was a missed call. The guy was there early, and if you notice, using water bottles and hand sanitizer it altered his movement toward the ball to where the ball was then behind him.
Yep.
So, I mean, you saw it. We saw it. You could tell Frost was livid over there in regards to it. I don't blame him. But it was a missed call. It would have given us what? 5-6 seconds.
Yeah, we would have saved some time. We probably could have ran at least 2 plays.
Possibly, yeah. We would have had to go for it. So
yeah, and actually there was like 12 seconds left on that incompletion. So we would have had plenty of time for like.
Would they giving us time back? Would they have given us time back on it, or?
I don't think we would have had time back on it. So it'd have been about 12 seconds after that incompletion. We would have had it 1st and goal. I think it would have been spot of the foul even.
because it was like when they got the ball back, it was only like 4 seconds left. So
Yeah.
we only had like 4 seconds. So we would have had to try to punch it in.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So been very aggressive, either Adrian run, RPO option from the shotgun or, some type of delay. But yeah, it was a missed call. I mean, everyone saw it. Even the announcers saw it. They were like, oh, that's a missed call. So it hurt and it stung, but that's the type of stuff, unfortunately, we haven't been getting in the program.
I know. But, hey, that's kind of why I'm wearing the Tom and Jerry shirt. Little symbolism there. We're fucking Tom. We're constantly chasing this son of a bitch right here.
Oh,
we get so close.
Yep.
And then we get a ironing pan to the face or something.
Yep.
Oh, God. It's
Roll Running the Coyote, man.
Oh, my God. Yeah, that's exactly it as well.
The Acme iron.
Dude. Have dynamite blow up in our face every time.
Let me draw this road. I can run through it, but you run into it, it's a wall.
Yeah.
I mean, classics, man.
See, I mean, as far as the no call goes, I was trying to find it on Twitter just now. I could have swore I saved it in my photos. It was BTN analysts, Dave Revson, Jerry DiNardo, those guys. They ripped the officials for it on the panel, going over the games of the day. They started talking about it. Even Revson said it was a complete blown call, should have been called. And even Jerry DiNardo, who is always usually pretty neutral, he says the fact that they're missing holding calls, they're missing pass interference, and this, he even said it is week after week. Something needs to be done.
Yeah, especially if it's that bad, and it's causing the outcomes of games like that.
And Scott's going to have an aneurysm or a fucking heart attack after one of these soon.
Yeah.
I don't know who his get back guy is there. Dude looked like he's straight out of the Matrix or something, man. Yeah. And old Deion Sanders back in the 80s.
Dude's got his Ray-Ban blue blockers on.
And the shades on, the big ass coat.
Too cool for school cat.
Oh, hair was done to the nines. I mean, man. Shit. Dude, that guy stepped. I was watching him half the time Scott was on TV. I kept saying, "Who the fuck is that?"
That's his hype man.
I'm just like, if that's the get back coach for him, I gotta give him props because that dude is dressed like a fucking pimp.
Yeah, just that's the hype man.
Dude, I liked it. I did like it. All right, special teams. I mean, other than the opening kickoff, they got their shit together after that for coverage.
We had to do one bobble. Yep.
And that cost us what?
Some crucial yards.
I think it cost us 19 yards.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of having it at the 25, we ended up with it at the 6. That hurt. But I mean, in all seriousness, the extra points were right down the fucking middle. I mean, of course, we didn't try any field goals, which I understand. And most of the fourth downs were manageable.
Right.
4th and 2.
And the one we missed.
The one at 4th and 20 or 21, whatever it was. Yeah, that's the second time there should have been a pass interference call.
No, didn't we miss one earlier for a touchdown? Possibly we could have in the end zone. I think we went for.
Oh, I'm sure we did.
Yeah. You bet that one. Yeah,
that's right. That one was Austin Allen. That's right. That's who it was too.
Yeah, the last 4th and 20 of the game. Anyone? I mean, we shouldn't have. Could have, would have, should have. But that holding is what set that all the way back. That was too late in the game for those costly penalties. The first one, 69, we're getting, and then that last guy got it. You can't grab a man by the neck and twist him around. That's going to get called 99.9% of the time.
Yep. Now let's shift gears to the black shirts. I mean, like I said, other than Wisconsin's running back having over a 200-yard day, which is kind of becoming the norm against Wisconsin anymore, they really did a good job. I mean, Mertz only put the ball up in the air, I think, 15 or 18 times, and he was. Yeah,
he didn't have a pass more than 5 yards until one. I think that was about 12
yards. They bring it up, and all of a sudden he throws like a 15-yard touchdown pass. You sons of bitches. So then they're praising Martinez, and he screws up. I mean, I hate that.
Yeah. So man, it was other than the running, that's what we would like to see with our running game. If not just the big plays, but when we're running the ball, consistent 8, 9, 5, 6.
Yes.
Get those pops. Open up your playbook. People listen up. Revert back to Illinois when we stopped their passing game. What did they start doing? Running the ball. 4, 5, 6.
Yep.
4, 5, 6, 7, 10. Touchdown. That one drive. You know which one I'm talking about, the one I explained on that podcast. So, I mean, that's what we would like to see with our running game, but then that starts with the line and getting that push and being aggressive and opening up everything. But we had some tackles we could have made.
Yep.
I think Farmer should have went lower on his tackle. That is too big of a person for you to be trying to tackle high. Stiff arm is going to be there every time for someone of that size and that strong. I would prefer that you go lower midsection to the legs for that tackle. So you're going to make him do one thing. He's either after a couple of things. He's going to have to try to jump over you, but most people aren't expecting unless they're directly in front of them. He's going to have to be shifty. Now it's only you, him, and the sideline.
Yep.
Use that sideline as a weapon, or that way you can get him and wrap him up. And then if you got him, help him come. But when you're going high and that guy's running at that speed, he boom, boom, that's going to be a touchdown majority of the time. So, like I said, that one, the Cam Taylor Britt missed, but I think he might have been bumped when he was going for the tackle because it was semi on the power. But like I said, he got up, chased him down, even though he scored.
He gave it a shot. That showed his speed.
Yeah, that was a few tackles I thought we missed, but we needed this game to tackle better because once the guy got going, I mean, that's a big person to try to get in front of and stuff.
Yeah.
So.
It kind of felt like, I don't know if you're a Marvel comic fan at all, but there's a character called the Juggernaut. Once the dude had a head of steam, you can't stop the guy.
That was his thing. Once he got going, that was it.
Yeah, it was
Juggernaut. Yeah,
that's how I felt watching him too. I was like, don't let him get any more than 4 steps.
Like Ram Man. Once he got going, man.
Yeah, He-Man.
He was coming, brother.
Dude. Going. All right, dude. And I gotta bring this up. Looks like they replaced JoJo Domann with fucking Brandon Jackson, dude. And he played a hell of a game.
Yeah, he did. He played okay. I mean,
he really did. I mean, there were times he got in there.
We'll see. Yeah.
He really did. I think when I was trying to rack my brain of somebody that could match that motor, that intensity that Domann has, maybe not the skill set, but definitely the leadership, the motor skills. Yeah, that should have been my choice. Should have been a no-brainer. Didn't even think about it.
I was glad to see Damian Jackson out there too.
Yes.
Yeah, I was glad to see him out there. Had a good quarterback pressure on a couple of plays. So
yes,
glad to see him out there doing his thing, man.
I love it. He deserved the playing time.
Absolutely.
God bless that man, and God, thank you for your service.
That's
God.
It. Respect.
It is. It's a lot of respect.
That's it, man.
Man. So, I mean, let's talk about the little thing we did on Twitter as well before the game. Yeah, Twitter Spaces. That shit was all right.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool.
People seem to enjoy it. Queen Jamie, quite insightful.
Jamie knows her football, man.
Yeah, man, no shit. And then, not to mention the other two we had chime in. They didn't even have questions, just giving us some praise for doing what we're doing.
Yeah, man, which is cool. Like I said, what's funny is I tell people all the time, don't get in a conversation about football with ladies from Nebraska.
No.
Because they know their damn football. So you might go in there and think you're going to go in there talking crap and get slaughtered. Oh. And if there was someone who came in there talking crazy to Jamie, she would have slaughtered her.
Oh, God.
It would have been hilarious. Yeah, because she knows her stuff.
And it looked like she was almost on point with her prediction. The way the whole first half was going, tied at 14, looked like a defensive battle. And we're looking for that turnover she was calling for from Mertz, which just, I couldn't believe it never happened.
Never came. Never. Well, he didn't
Only
have to
15
throw
or
because they
18
were running.
passes.
They were running so well.
Yeah.
When you dinking and dunking and we're running the ball like that.
But
you
did
don't
you
have
notice
to take that chance.
he was getting us with exactly what everybody else has all season long as well? That little shit over the middle.
Mm-hmm.
It seemed like that's what got us.
It's open.
God, every time it's and look, the fourth down stop by Luke Reimer.
That was big.
Woo!
That was big.
I was
Changed
ready.
Momentum.
I was ready to jump up and start screaming, but I'll tell you what, I still didn't. I sat there. I was being composed. One time I did hit my coffee table because I was just like, son of a no, I'm just
right.
I even kind of, said a little prayer before the game. I was just like, please just one like this against a ranked team on the road. We haven't beaten these guys since 2011. Please, just one, just fucking one.
Has it been that long?
Yeah. Or no, I take that back. 2012. We played them in Lincoln in 2012.
Because they showed something. I think Taylor was the quarterback when they went black
Taylor
and red.
Martinez was there. Yeah.
He came back or something like that. I mean.
Yep. Yeah. It was a big comeback against them, kind of like we had the year previous against Ohio State.
Yeah.
And then we played them again in the Big Ten title game in 2012, and Wisconsin just throttled us.
Yeah. And see, this is where when I first got to Twitter, people thought he was telling me about this Iowa stuff. And I'm like, they're not our rival.
No.
I mean, I know we're in a whole different conference and we're trying to create one now. I said, but the people that's been handing us our ass is Wisconsin.
Yeah.
That's who's been making us.
I think we've been blown out by Iowa one time.
Yeah, that was the 50-something 14, I think, under Coach Riley. But I tell people, the team that's been Nebraska has been Wisconsin.
Yeah. Yeah, you even said that during the Twitter space. Yeah, you said that.
That's us.
Wisconsin's old school Nebraska.
That's us.
Yeah. Other than not running the option.
That's us. Their whole program is us. Their identity is us.
It really is.
What we were once identified.
Yeah. Well, in a way, we got the option back. And
so offensive line, the big boys that's going to be there, they replace their linemen year in and year out, which is
they reload.
What we used to do.
They reload. They don't replace.
You had them, not a cliche, in the pipeline for the next crew. You had that crew.
Yep.
So, I mean, that's us. Their format is us. Get their players. That's us.
You do got to give our offensive line some credit. I mean, they may not have opened some big holes for the running game or anything, but going up against Wisconsin's defensive line, not a bad showing, really. Giving Martinez his time, and at the same time, the play calling, rolling Martinez out, just like Jamie called for. Yeah. I mean, what the hell?
Yeah, get him out of the pocket. Give him time to throw.
Made him comfortable.
I think they played okay. Of course, we would all like more and bigger holes, but I think they played well up until the holding.
Yeah. Seemed like it was downer.
We got those three in the third, going into the fourth at the wrong times. Now we bounced back from the first one by big number 69.
Yep.
And bounced back from the second one. But then the one on the other guy, I don't know if he was a guard attack on the right side, and we grabbed him, that took us back on the last drive. I think we were on maybe the 12 or 10, then it took us outside of the 20.
Yeah,
that was huge.
We were on like the 11, I think.
Yeah,
we could have gotten a first down at the 1.
Yeah, that was huge. So, I mean, they played well into that point, man. Could have played better, but up until then,
they made the 2-minute offense look pretty good, I got to admit, in that drive. Very efficient by Martinez. Made good decisions through the game. Other than the 2 interceptions, there were some that he just flat out missed.
Yeah,
and I was watching highlights of I believe it was Utah against Oregon, which holy shit. Wow, didn't see that coming. but their quarterback, very accurate.
Right.
I mean, if he missed, he wasn't off by much. It just seems like when Adrian misses, he's off by a lot.
Yeah, like the interception. Nobody was close. No one was close. He wasn't even close.
And the one he short-armed, I can't remember who it was to. It was late in the game. If he could have completed that, it'd have been a first down and a lot more.
Yeah.
Because we caught him on a blitz. We caught him with the pants down. Nobody was there. Damn. All right. Well, I mean, we'll get close to closing this out, I suppose. Not bad. It really wasn't. I mean, for a loss, to lose by 7 in Camp Randall, and given our track record in Wisconsin, I'll take it.
Right.
But we had our chance to win again.
Absolutely.
Again, 7 losses going into that game by a total of 42 points.
Can't get over that hump.
No, that's an average of 7 points a game. Granted, one of them was Ohio State was 9 points.
That was the cheap points.
It was cheap.
Yeah.
And now we've lost a total of 8 games by 49 points. Sickening. Although, good job, Missouri beating Florida. Good on you. That's I'm glad you guys did that.
Oh yeah.
Good job. Yeah, old Big 8 foes showing up and doing something in the SEC. I like it. Yeah. All right, Kenny. Well, screw it. Hey, look, we got one more game to go, man. Can we please close this out and talk about a win on our final episode of the season?
I hope so.
God damn it, I hope so too. I really hope so. All right, Kenny, where can everybody find you as usual?
You can find me on Husker Noop, HUSKERNUPE 1911 on Twitter and on Instagram.
All right, guys, you know the deal here on Twitter at Knutson_Brian. Brian Knutson on Facebook, and the Spinoff Pod on Instagram. You got to look at our fan page on Facebook, the Scarlet and the Cream Husker Podcast fan page. And of course, help us out on YouTube. That is where we're going to be at exclusively now. The Scarlet and the Cream Husker Podcast. Just type it in the search on YouTube. Trust me, we pop right up. You're gonna find it. We got, as of this recording, we've got 70 subscribers. We're looking for the 100 mark so we can have our own personal URL. Then shit'll be a whole lot easier to find. We'll be able to post links with our own URL.
So hook us up, guys. Give us those 30.
That's all we need. Just that it's not even a fraction of Husker Nation. Not even a fraction. So, all right, guys. You can find us at the Scarlet Cream. And as always, go Big Red.
All right.